Hi, everybody. Welcome to LAWE 260, Crime Scene and Criminal Investigation. I'm your professor, Tom Cunningham, and I just want to give you, besides welcoming you to the class, I want to give you kind of a brief rundown of how the course will work, what you may need, and how you can contact me. So, let's get to the simple stuff as far as looking at the syllabus. We are looking, you can see obviously my name here, but if we scroll down, I'm going to show you contact information. Yes, if you need me, if you're here on campus or will be on campus for some reason, and you have a question for me or anything like that, you can come to the Homeland Security Building, and I will be in room 113 um, during my office hours. But also, email. It's the best way to get a hold of me. I respond fastest. It's probably the best way for me to, if I have any other resources I need to get to you, that's the best way to communicate. I do have a phone that we can use, and I do check it, but not as often. So, like I said before, email is the best way to get a hold of me. So, let's scroll back up here and look at the text or textbook that you would need for this class. So, as you can see here on the screen, I'm going to show you what this looks like here. It's crime scene investigation and reconstruction. Um, it's Robert Ogle, and it's also Plotkin. That you can, find this at the bookstore. I believe it would be available if you went online and got it to the bookstore there. Okay. If not, you can use this same ISBN number and look it up, on the internet, and you'll be able to find different options as well. Um, I know for certain the bookstore has it, so that's probably the best option. I can't guarantee anybody else will have it and have that version. So either way, that's a textbook for the class. Now let me go over some other things that we will discuss here as far as outcomes, some things that you'll be able to do from this class. Importance of crime scene investigations, your ability to process a crime scene. Obviously, that gets a little convoluted or difficult whenever we are doing this class online, but you will learn some of the techniques. Also, I'll discuss here shortly some of the assignments that you'll be having that will be more hands-on, and you will be submitting to me via email rather than Blackboard. But let's go down here to the course calendar. Okay. The way I have it set up is it's showing the Monday of every week. That is not when everything is due. That is simply the date of that week when it's starting. Okay, so obviously January 10th, we're going to have this week to review the syllabus. I also would like for you to get started, especially if you have your textbook, and get started reading chapter 1. And then also, like I said, if you can get a chance, I will make the PowerPoints available to you over some of those same topics. It all depends on, for example, with chapter 1, right now, that covers it well enough that I don't feel PowerPoints are necessary. But there are other chapters where I feel like PowerPoints that I have or have created can cover it and do it more justice than the book does. So I will add that. But either way, you will see the introduction to physical evidence, and then I also have a PowerPoint for physical evidence that will be available to you. So each topic you can see here when I'm expecting you to read it or to go over it, whatever the case may be. If there's anything else I choose to add, I won't necessarily add assignments, but I may add material for you to look at. That will also be made available to you, and I will try to make an announcement letting you know that that was put up and available for you. Okay. You will have 4 exams, and you can see them all here. And here's another thing: anything that has value that goes towards your grade in this class, all the points are listed over here in this right side. Okay. Every exam is worth 100 points. You have some projects that are worth 75 apiece. Informative paper. You have the midterm exam, you can see the scores. I don't need to tell you all of them. The final will be 200, but ultimately you'll have a total of 1,000 points in this class. And as far as the project is concerned, this is what I was going to mention or had mentioned earlier. The project is something you will be doing using your own phone. If you have a camera to use and you can digitally take those images and save them and send them to me that way, that works too. But either way, I will give you an example. For example, when we go to the homicide photography project, before that date, all right, or on this during this week, I will have either a video or some other explanation for you. I will explain what all is necessary, when you're taking photographs of crime scenes. Also, but more specifically, this project, you will be making your own mock crime scene, your own mock homicide specifically, and you will be having your own markers that you'll have, taking your own pictures, and I will give you an example of what a document like that would look like, and I will show you. I'll send that to you, show you what type of pictures you would take, the order that you would go through that. So yeah, I will make sure you're well aware of it. But that's you have a homicide photography project, and then later on in the semester, you will also have a vehicle accident scene photography lecture and project. Okay. Because there's a different way to photograph vehicles, say that have been in an accident, whether it be for legal purposes in terms of determining fault or anything along those lines that might go to court, charge that may be filed. Maybe it's something that someone for insurance purposes calls, and your department is willing to help with that, or you as a on your own time away from the police department, you choose to offer that as a service for people. That's something that you can, like I said, there's a particular way that you should photograph vehicles that have been damaged or would be in a, say, an accident or crash. Okay. Other than that, the class is really simple. There's more science to it, obviously. We will get into biological fluids. We'll get into processing crime scenes, how to process them, the order, the different manners to do so, how to package your evidence. What's the right way or right thing to put them in. Okay. We will also get into some of the legal aspects of like what can you do, what can you not do, what are some requirements. When we talk about what is allowed or admissible in the courtroom, we will discuss some of that, the history of it. Not a great, like long history of it, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the more important people in, say, forensics. Okay. So more so in the beginning aspect of forensics, who kind of started different portions of it, like fingerprints, right? So that's kind of the gist of what this class is. I think you'll enjoy it. If you have questions, feel free to contact me. Like I said, email is the best way to do it, and I will be happy to try to help you. And I want a fun, successful semester. Thanks.